Story's hero lives in modern-day China, but one day something sudden happens, and his soul is transferred into the body of another man. That's right, he has transmigrated. Our hero quickly realizes he has landed in a completely different world. This world is technologically primitive, but it is a world of magic. In this magical world, certain people possess incredible superpowers. They are known as Beyonders. Our story begins on July 28, 1349. We see our hero Zhou falling from the sky. He wakes up with a jolt, finding himself in the body of another man named Klein Moretti. Zhou is completely disoriented. He has no idea where he is. He feels a hole in his head, which has now miraculously healed. A revolver is lying nearby. It's clear that the body's original owner, Klein, shot himself, which is what allowed Zhou's soul to take over. At the same time, we see two other bodies in the room, a man named Welch and a woman named Naya. They too have ended their own lives. We learn they were Klein's classmates. Morning arrives, and Zhou begins to receive fragments of Klein's memories. He learns that Klein's parents are dead, and he lives with his sister. He's a recent graduate living in Tianjin City, in the country of Adawa. Zhou finds a diary in his room. In it, Klein had written, "On May 29th, Welch came to see me. He said he had an old book, one written by someone from the Antigonus family. But the final entry in the diary is chilling. Everyone will die, including me." Zhou can't understand what could have driven Klein to write such a thing. Just then, Klein's sister starts to enter the room. Zhou frantically hides the bloodstains and the gun. His sister's name is Melissa, a student at Backlund University. She leaves for school. Unaware of what happened, Zhou is left alone, wondering how he even got here. He was just working on his computer in China. Then he remembers. He had performed a luck enchantment ritual just before this happened. He's certain that's what brought him to this new world. Melissa returns with breakfast, sweetly telling him she'll make his favorite dinner tonight because he's been working so hard to find a job. Once she's gone, Zhou makes a decision. He will perform the ritual again to return to his own world. And from this point on, we'll call our hero by his new name, Klein. Klein needs bread for the ritual, so he heads to the market. He observes his surroundings. This place looks normal, just technologically stuck in the past. But then, he sees something that stops him cold. A group of men playing poker. This is a modern-day game. How does it exist here? He learns that about 100 years ago, a king named Rosel Gustave invented many things. The steam engine, tarot reading, and poker. Klein has a sudden realization. King Rosel must have been a transmigrator, just like him. As he's thinking, a clown gives Klein an invitation to his circus. But Klein suddenly notices a man is following him. He panics, runs, and ducks into a tent to hide. Inside the tent, a tarot card reader is sitting. This too? Klein thinks. Rosel really was from my world. The lady says that since Klein is her first customer of the day, she'll give him a free reading. Klein sits down. "What do you wish to know?" she asks. Klein replies, "My past, present, and future." The lady draws 3 cards. "Which do you want to see first?" "My present," he says. She flips the card, and it's the Fool. The very first card of the tarot deck. It signifies a new beginning. But just as he's processing this, the real tarot reader arrives. The woman who gave him the reading was just her friend, joking around. Klein quickly leaves. Klein rushes home. He places the bread in the 4 corners of the room and performs the luck ritual again, chanting the words to return to his world. At first, it seems like nothing is happening. But then, suddenly, Klein feels a shift. He is pulled from his body and transported to a strange, mysterious world, completely surrounded by an endless gray fog. We'll call this place the Gray Fog. Inside, countless red and blue stars were floating. Klein accidentally touched one of the stars, and it immediately burst. At that exact moment, we see a girl named Audrey sitting before her mirror, and a man named Alger holding a glass in the middle of the ocean. Against their will, both are suddenly pulled into this gray world. Before them looms the massive shadow of Klein, as if he were the god of this realm, though none of them can see each other's faces clearly. Klein quickly realizes he can completely control this dimension. Just by thinking it, he wills a long, ancient table and a towering throne into existence. Alger asks Klein, "Where am I? And who are you?" Klein hesitates, wondering what name to use, Zhou or Klein. Sitting on his throne, he decides on a new identity, telling them, "You will call me the Fool," named after the tarot card he had drawn earlier. Audrey asks, "Mr. Fool, why have you summoned us? Can we go home?" Klein, bluffing, says he can send them back if they wish. The girl is surprisingly excited by this magical place. She then asks Klein, "How can I become a Beyonder?" Klein, of course, knows nothing about Beyonders. He deflects, turning the question to the other man. "The man sitting opposite you will answer that." Alger explains that to become a Beyonder, she must join a church like the Church of the Evernight Goddess, or the Lord of Storms. Audrey presses, asking if there's any other way. Alger finally admits that he possesses 2 Sequence 9 potions, one for the Sailor pathway and one for the Spectator pathway, which she could drink to become a Beyonder. Klein understands they are talking about superpowers, and that Sequence must be a power level. Audrey announces she's made a deal with Alger for a potion, and requests that Mr. Fool host more of these meetings. Klein agrees, seeing this as a way to learn about this new world and find a way home. He sets a regular meeting, every Monday at 3 p.m. Audrey suggests they should all use code names. Since Klein named himself after a tarot card, they follow suit. Audrey becomes Justice, and Alger becomes the Hanged Man. The 3 of them are now the founding members of this tarot club. Suddenly, someone starts banging on the door of Klein's real-world room. His control over the gray world weakens. He quickly declares, "This meeting is over," sending Justice and the Hanged Man back to their bodies and returning to his own room. Klein sees the police at his door. He quickly hides the diary and gun. It's the same policeman from the tent, Leonard, along with another officer named Dunn Smith. They are investigating the deaths of Welch and Naya. Leonard finds the diary and demands, "What did you mean by this last entry? Everyone will die, including me." Trapped, Klein can only tell them the truth. He has amnesia and remembers nothing, not even how he survived his own suicide attempt. Dunn Smith then says they will take him to a psychic who can retrieve his memories. This panics Klein. If they look into his mind, they'll know he's not from this world. As they lead Klein away, a child steals some bread, distracting the officers. Klein seizes the opportunity and bolts. He ducks into an alley where someone throws water on him from above, but the water freezes in mid-air. Other objects begin to float. Klein realizes a Beyonder is nearby. He jumps into a horse carriage, shouting for the driver to go. After a while, he asks the driver to stop, but the driver keeps going, saying he's taking him to Welch's house. The carriage driver, it turns out, is none other than Dunn Smith. Klein's eyes snap open. He's back in his room. He thinks it was all a dream. But then, Officer Dunn Smith appears at his door, revealing he is a Beyonder. A girl appears behind Klein, grabs his face, and begins to peer into his memories. She too is a Beyonder. Klein sees images of his real parents from Earth, but the girl can't see them. It seems the gray fog is protecting his true memories. The girl demands, "Where is the Antigonus family book?" Klein insists he doesn't know. She confirms to Dunn that Klein is telling the truth. He really did shoot himself and has amnesia. Dunn tells Klein that the Antigonus book is missing and he is still in grave danger. "We can't be there to save you every time," Dunn says. "So why don't you join us and become a Beyonder?"